Whether this is your first time going to Universal Mardi Gras, your 10th, or even your 20th, there are 5 mistakes that you don't want to make while visiting. And we actually made the 5th mistake. Oops.
Hey foodies, so this is actually our 2nd year participating in Mardi Gras, but our very first year actively getting into the festivities, like trying as many food booths as we can and stuff like that. And we felt super unprepared coming into this year, so here are some tips that we'd like to share with you all, just so you guys can feel ready to go when you get there.
Okay, so number 1, and this is probably one of the biggest ones, is not budgeting. Mardi Gras is an expansive event filled with so many food booths that range from different prices. We've seen the lowest being around $5 or $6 to the higher end being, like 12 to 13, depending on what you're getting. Right. And just jumping in blindly without having a budget or how much you're willing to spend is definitely a no-go, because it's easy to pretty much spend over that budget. So having an idea of how much you are willing to spend will kind of lay the foundation for how you move about Mardi Gras. So for example, if you say, my budget for the event is $100, including food and drink, then you can go around to each food booth and kind of like have an idea to not spend over that.
We would say that a good budget to think about is usually around anywhere from like $75 to $100. Anything more than that, you can budget more, of course, if you really want to, but we feel like it would be kind of excessive to have like, $150 as your budget. Unless, of course, you have a large family where it's just the 2 of us, it just depends on your family size,
Or if you're buying a food and beverage card, we'll get into later.
Mm-hmm. Number 2 on our list of mistakes is not buying a food card. This past time at Mardi Gras, we decided to buy one for the very first time. The last time we went, we did not buy one at all. And, we didn't really see the point of spending our own money, and not having a budget on food. The food card makes that easy because, they actually provide a lot of value, and the money you get from the food card, you can spend anywhere in the parks, any of the restaurants. So it's a great value. The cards are $65 for $75 of food. If you're a pass holder, you have an option of $120 for $150 worth of food. So that's a great value if you have an annual pass. Go get that. That's the option we did. And we ended up not even using the full card for Mardi Gras stuff. We used it for some of our dinners, we used it for any snacks we wanted. So it's a great value, honestly.
Number 3, not having an idea of what you want to eat. Now this goes back into the budgeting part that we talked about a little bit earlier. There are over 20 booths at Mardi Gras alone. And unless you make it a point that you want to try every single thing, it would be a good idea to kind of make a list of sorts about which booths you want to go to and what food items you want to go to from that booth. Now the tricky thing is, online, there are no price points included with the menus. If you do a little research on like Facebook groups or Reddit threads, people have posted pictures of the menus that include the prices. So if you want to take that extra step, that's an option for you. Otherwise, just having a simple list of must-try food items would be very helpful for you. I know that's something that JT and I briefly kind of did before we left, and it went out the window just a little bit once we got there. But if you can make it a point to stick to your list, then that'll help you in the long run. So you're not going around overspending and just kind of like having wide eyes when you go to Mardi Gras, because there's so many things to try and can't try them all.
It's very easy to get caught up in the festivities and end up buying $300 worth of food because you wanted to try absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And mistake number 4 is don't expect to get full servings of the food you order. So Mardi Gras food, the intention behind the event is to have everything kind of in a tasting style. So you can go around to different booths, try everything without getting too full, without feeling too gross. But some people come to the event and expect to get a full plate or like a regular quick service meal. And that's not what we're getting here. So for instance, we got the picanha skewers at the Brazil booth. The picanha skewers were $9.99 and the portions were really small for what you get for that price. But they were good, and if your expectations are set, you'd be, wouldn't be completely let down. But I can understand somebody who'd expect something, more substantial for that price being upset about that portion.
And just to add to that, don't expect full portions and don't expect to get full. Now, if you are sampling multiple things around the Mardi Gras event, like it is possible to, after you eat and eat and eat, get full. But off of maybe like 2 or 3 samplings of different things, like just don't expect it to have the same kind of like impact on your stomach as you would if you were to have like a sit down full meal like JT said earlier. And lastly, number 5, and this is the one that we actually slipped up and did, was not buying a souvenir cup. Now, if you are an adult who likes to drink an adult beverage, having a souvenir cup is pretty much essential. And here's why. So there's 2 sizes that you can choose from. There's going to be the 12-ounce souvenir cup and the 20-ounce souvenir cup. The 12-ounce souvenir cup is $13.50 and the 20-ounce souvenir cup is $16.50. For both cups, you can get a refill for a discounted price than you would if you were to continuously buy single serve of the whatever drink it is that you're trying to get. Of course, whenever something is discounted, it automatically makes it a more preferable choice. And even if you were to get like 2 drinks alone after doing the math, it's still even worth it. So, we didn't do a lot of drinking at Mardi Gras this time around, so we didn't get the cup. But if we were going to, that would have been the better option. So if you plan on drinking even a minimum of 2 alcoholic beverages at Mardi Gras, definitely get the souvenir cup. And if you are, it really just depends on how much drinking you want to do, because the 12-ounce should be suffice. That's like a cup and a half worth of drink, and the 20-ounce is like 2.5 cups worth of alcoholic drink. And of course, it's not going to be just pure alcohol, so there's going to be some ice in there, and they're going to be a little bit lighter on the alcohol.
So there you have it, folks. 5 things you shouldn't do when you go visit Mardi Gras at Universal Orlando. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or DM us on Instagram. And just remember, the food is universal. See ya.